All right, so today's lesson, we're going to learn about how students will be able to ask and answer questions to demonstrate the understanding of a text. So when I answer your question about what you're reading, you're going to be able to explain to me what the answer is and how to support your answer. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So that's going to be today's lesson, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to go in, you're going to click on your iPad and you're going to go on the next tab. And it should say, what are we reading today? Do you see that?
Yes.
Awesome. So, what are we learning today? So today we're going to learn how to ask questions. We're going to learn how to demonstrate understanding by using the text. We're going to learn how to refer to the text as the basis to our answer. And then we're going to learn how to recognize the main idea. Do you know what a main idea means? When I ask you, hey, what's the main idea? What does that mean?
It means what is the main point of the story?
Good job. Yeah, it's what's the main point of the story. So we're going to kind of go over on how to recognize that, the main point of the story. So you go ahead and click on your iPad and we're going to go on to the next slide. Awesome. So quick question. Why is it important to ask questions?
So the person who's teaching you can know like what you're struggling with.
Awesome. And then why is it important to support your answer for? Why is it important for me to ask you for, okay, why did you choose that answer? Why is that important?
So the person who's grading your test can like know your answer more.
Good job. Thank you. And what are some ways to make sure you are understanding the story? So what do you do to make sure that, oh, I get what we're reading, I get what we're learning? What are some things that you do? Do you write down notes?
I wrote down notes and I reread the story sometimes.
Good job. Good job. And what happens if you don't understand the vocabulary? What if the words that you're reading, you don't understand what they mean?
You can ask somebody to help you or look it up.
Good job. So we're going to go into the next slide. The next slide is our story time. So today's story, we're going to read Zootopia. Have you read Zootopia before?
No.
You haven't? Have you seen the movie?
Yes.
Yeah? Did you like the movie?
Yes.
Awesome. So we're going to read this story, and then we're going to understand the main idea. Now, you may already know the main idea, but we're going to read it anyways because we have to do it for the assignment. Okay. So Zootopia was an amazing city. Animals of all different sizes and shapes lived and worked together happily. Everyone was equal, whether they had long claws or little paws. Even a small bunny from a farm in Bunnyboro could have achieved her dream job. Judge Hobbs was the first bunny ever to join the Zootopia Police Department. Judy hopped with excitement as she waited for her first assignment. But when Police Chief Bogo handed her a machine for issuing parking tickets, her ears fell. She wanted to solve crimes and not be a meter maid. So how does she feel right now? How does Judy feel?
She's mad because she didn't get the job she wanted.
What is she doing instead?
Meter maid.
Why do you think she's a meter maid? Why do you think she didn't get to solve crimes? Why do you think she's giving out parking tickets?
Because she's a new recruit.
Okay, do you think they're judging by her size?
Yes, kind of.
Kind of. Look at all these other police officers. Are they big or are they small?
Yeah.
They're big, right? And she's what? She's big or small? Small. So we kind of have an idea, right? Still, Judy wanted to do a good job. Her sharp hearing alerted her to expired meters, and she wrote hundreds of parking tickets before lunchtime. At noon, Judy headed to a nearby cafe from an elephant-sized treat. There she met a little fox who was desperate for a Jumbo Pop. His dad, Nick, was out of cash, so Judy offered her to pay. But very soon, Judy learned that Nick had tricked her. He melted the Jumbo Pop to create smaller popsicles. Then he resold those for a big profit. That night, Judy went to bed disappointed. The day hadn't turned out like she planned. She wanted to fight crime. The next day, Judy got her chance. Mrs. Oderson's husband was missing, and Judy offered to take the case. Assistant Mayor Bellwether agreed, and Mr. Ottertorn was so grateful, but Judy had only 2 days to solve the crime. So was she given a big case?
Yes.
But were they kind of mean about it?
Yes.
Yeah, why do you think they were mean about it?
Because they didn't know she can do it.
Right? They're a little hesitant, right? Judy learned that Nick had seen Mr. Otterton recently. She convinced the fox to help her by pulling her own ticket. She used her carapan to record him talking about his shady business deals. Reluctantly, Nick helped Judy gather clues all over Zootopia until they reached the Rainforest District. The plan was to question Mr. Manchas, the last animal to have ever seen the outer. Nick and Judy found Mr. Manchas, but something was wrong with him. Nick and Judy were together and escaped. They were becoming friends. Both of them wanted to solve this case and prove they can do important work. Judy knew how to find their next lead using security camera footage that she'd so feeling scary.